doing a bit of morning garden meandering, and my garden is chaos. It's absolute chaos. And that's exactly what I call my gardening style, chaos gardening, because I just kind of throw things everywhere and then it ends up like this. A giant, giant forest of just plants, which is good and bad. Especially with all the rain, some of my tomatoes are taking a little bit of a hit with some diseases, but some are doing really well. And either way, there's tons and tons of tomatoes on these plants. I cannot wait for them to ripen. I've ripped out a whole bunch of zucchinis recently, so I have some open spaces trying to figure out what I want to put in there. But yeah, this is my garden. It's hard to give a tour because everything's like just so shoved together. Like this bed here, it looks like a mess right now because I just ripped out some zucchinis. That one probably needs to go too. And I have all this open space. I just threw an eggplant in there. Looks like it's doing pretty good, and I have tons of different squashes, but hard to kind of give a tour because it's kind of hard to record. But I think I'll probably do kale in all my open spaces. I left my scissors over here. Better grab them. But yeah, I tend to let things just grow, like see sunflowers. I don't plant like any sunflowers except for shorties this year, and so all the sunflowers that are in my garden are just volunteers, and a lot of my plants are volunteers because they start to grow, and I'm just like, who am I to pull you when you want to grow? Oh, my shishitos are doing really, really well. You can't really see them. I just picked a whole bunch off of here, but these plants have a ton of peppers on them, and we're eating lots of shishitos this year. So I just pulled a lettuce that was going to seed, so we'll eat that, some shishitos, green beans, and some tomatoes that are just starting to ripen. I'll let them sit on the counter till they're done. Gotta crouch down, really. It's a real adventure out here. Got my lettuce washed. I've got my green bean bag stash, adding my green beans to that. We'll probably eat these tonight. And then we just ate our shishitos from the garden last night, so I'm starting a new shishito bag. And I'll just, oh, there's a couple chilies in there. No, where'd it go? There it is. That would be bad. So I'm adding my shishitos to this bag, and then every day I'll just add it, and then once it's full, we'll eat them. Usually works out pretty well. And then I got a couple chili peppers that had fallen off the plant, so we'll eat these green. Haven't decided what to do with them yet. I would also like to introduce you to this vegetable. But these are tromboncinos. These are from my garden. These can be eaten green like this, like a zucchini, or you can leave them on the plant until they turn like a butternut squash, and they will store for the fall and the winter, and they store really well. But I do like to eat them young. I kind of do a little bit of both, but I prefer them young because they're not the best tasting, but they are super prolific and they are very easy to grow, and they're kind of fun to grow. Even though they don't taste overly amazing, they are super useful, especially when your zucchinis aren't growing well, which is why I started growing these in the first place, because the bugs were killing all my zucchinis. So then I ended up with tromboncinos. So maybe I'll eat one of these today. So I guess I should actually take some time to do a proper intro for this video. So hello, if you are new here and wonder what the heck is going on, my name is Sam. I run the blog samcookskindness.com, and I like to make these what I eat in a day videos to just take you along with a very realistic day of eating. I am vegan. I have lost over 70 pounds on my health journey. It has been slow. It has been steady. There has been no quick fixes. There are no more fad dieting here. There's no more starting over Monday. We just keep going. And that's the thing. That's why it's been slow and steady. That's why it's been sustainable, because if I do enjoy a treat, if I am not perfect on my diet, it's cool. Like, I acknowledge the fact of what happened. I look at it. I say, yeah, I probably could have done better. Or I say, I really enjoyed that. Like, cool. Now I'm moving on. But either way, I'm continuing forward. I'm never giving up, never starting over. And that is what has led me to being sustainable and actually being able to maintain my weight loss, which is what the goal is this summer. Because I don't know about you, but summer is the time when I actually struggle to follow a diet the most, because there's so much stuff going on, and there's fun activities, and there's barbecues, and there's all this fun stuff happening. And that's when I usually put on the weight. But this year, we're not doing that. We are more in maintenance mode. So I am attacking this by stepping on the scale every single day. And when it starts to go up, then we reel back some of the processed stuff a little bit, add in some more vegetables, and try to balance it out. And so far, that has been working really well. Just keeping an eye on it, because when you stop paying attention and you ignore the scale, and then you step on 3 weeks later, then you're like, whoops, mistakes were made, right? So I'm going to stop this rambling because I am hungry. It's time to eat breakfast. I'm taking you along to show you every single thing that I'm eating today. It will all be vegan, and I have nothing planned. So let's see what happens. But first, I need some coffee. I'm using this organic almond milk. It was recommended to me through my dietitian, so I'm giving it a go. I did try this already. I do like the macros on it. It's lower in calories and higher in protein than the soy milk I was using, 80 calories for a cup, 10 grams of protein, and the flavor is decent for coffee. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I'll probably stick with my normal soy milk, less ingredients. I just prefer that. But I have like 6 of these now because I bought them in bulk, so we're eating them. Now making the current fixation breakfast, which is actually going to have to pivot because I'm using the end of these. This is shredded zucchini. I got access to a ton of squash, and so I decided to play around with shredding it and freezing it in little muffin tins, and this has worked so conveniently for my breakfast. I've been throwing them into a bowl and then making my oats with shredded zucchini instead of cauliflower. So I typically use 2, but I have 3 left, so I'm just going to use all 3. I've been doing 2 little muffins of zucchini, and then I've been adding in extra cauliflower rice. So today I'm going to skip the cauliflower rice. I'm just going to do the extra zucchini. So I'm going to microwave this first because they're literally ice cubes. So we want that to defrost, and then we'll make the rest of the oatmeal. My squash is defrosted, and we are going to add in the oatmeal. I like to use my scale so that I don't have to dirty a measuring cup. Less stuff to clean. So serving of quick oats. I've been making sure I'm getting enough protein because I am strength training and that is important to me right now. So adding in a serving of Earth Chimp protein, which is my favorite protein. I do have a discount for that if you want it. I heard a rumor that they're coming out with strawberry again soon, so I'm very excited to try that. Added water, and now I'm going to mix this up really good. Gonna top her off with some frozen fruit. A lot of frozen fruit. And then back into the microwave we go. Nice and simple. My oatmeal is out of the microwave. I just added a splash of that almond milk to thin it out a little bit. And I'm going to add some flax on top, about a tablespoon-ish, for healthy fats. And that is going to be my complete breakfast. I got my protein, I got starches, I got veggies to help bulk it up, fruit to help bulk it up, add in those good nutrients. And this is my go-to breakfast. I've been adding yogurt on top of this a lot lately, but I'm out right now, so not going to do that today, but it's still going to be equally delicious. Time to throw together lunch, so I grabbed a couple things from the fridge. I ended up shredding those tromboncinos and putting them in little silicone cupcake liners to freeze so that now I can use those for my breakfast, which I think is a brilliant idea because it's the perfect way to use the squash, but I have a little bit extra, so I'm going to cook this up with my lunch, as well as some potatoes, some pepper, and some of this soy-free tofu. This is expensive. I don't love that, but I can find it cheaper at my Walmart. They have it for around $4, so better than the $6 I've seen around. And I do really like this because it packs a punch for the protein. So I'm going to have half of a block of this, and I have some leftover cheese sauce. This is the cheese sauce from my blog. However, I used rutabaga in it because I had rutabaga instead of butternut squash, and it tastes a little more like soup than cheese sauce, but, you know, it's fine. I gotta eat it, and I'm gonna use it to dip my stuff, or maybe I'll just pour it over top, to be decided. So starting off by cleaning and cutting my veggies, I'm going to steam them in my microwave steamer, and then I'm gonna just air fry everything with maybe some seasonings, whatever I can find. Microwaving this for 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. I didn't realize I grabbed the smoked one. I don't think I've ever tried this one before. It smells very smoky. It's just kind of nice. I've only had the sriracha and the original, which is what I thought I was buying, but I guess not. Now, I'm a person who loves to eat tofu right out of the package. Would not recommend with this. I mean, maybe this smoked one is different, but the other varieties I've tried, not so great right out of the package. I like them warmed up, so I'm going to air fry this. Cube it and air fry it. It smells so smoky. I kind of want to taste a little bit now. All right. That's really cool. It's like, it tastes like it's right out of a smoker. I like that a lot. I would buy this again, and it's actually not that bad out of the package. The texture is better than the other ones. Still gonna warm it up though. I think grilling this with a little bit of barbecue would be really good. I also think if you could manage to slice it like super thin right out of the package, it would be really good for sandwiches. Squash and potatoes, tofu and peppers, 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's. Give this a toss and we'll get the potatoes nice and crispy. Everything is nice and toasty crisp in here. This reminds me of the breakfast I used to eat all the time, which was like air fried zucchini and potatoes, and then I would top it with hot sauce and hummus and ketchup. I haven't done that in a long time, and I should because it was really good. But for today, I've got this cheese sauce. So I warmed this up in the microwave, and I'm just going to toss it all together, and then I probably will top it with some ketchup and some hot sauce too because I like that. But this is going to be my lunch. I have lots of protein from the tofu. I have satisfying starches from the potatoes, lots of veggies in there. So this should keep me nice and full and satisfied for quite some time. This is how I can eat high volume, low calorie density, and maintain my weight loss up to this point. A big thing that I feel like people need to realize when they're on a health journey or a weight loss journey is that there is no on again, off again dieting, because to maintain the weight loss and to be successful in maintenance, you need to continue what you were doing to lose the weight in the first place. Your body adapts. You don't need as many calories as you become a smaller person, and that can be a big bummer, but realizing that you can embrace high volume foods by focusing on low calorie density helps with that aspect, especially for somebody like me who's on the shorter side. So I already probably don't need as many as I would like to eat, but really focusing on the low calorie dense foods is a huge and helpful tool. The point that I'm trying to make here is that you have to realize that there is no quick fix. You can't just go on a diet for a month and then expect that to last forever if you go back to what you were doing before, right? You have to make changes that are sustainable for you, that you can actually maintain, because that is going to be part of your maintenance. Also sipping on my creatine. After my workout, I had another iced coffee, and then it was time to prep some fruit for the week. So I had 2 pineapples and a big old watermelon. See that nice dark yellow spot? That's one of the signs that you have a nice watermelon. You also want to make sure that it feels pretty heavy for the size. I feel like I've really perfected picking out the best watermelons this season. Huh? A little bear appreciation break.
Oh, wow, what was that? That was fancy.
So I snacked on a bunch of watermelon as I was cutting, and then it was time to cut the pineapple, which I also snacked on as well. This looks like a lot, but my family will probably eat all of this in 2 to 3 days. Time to start prepping dinner, and I'm going to be doing one of my staple meals. It's easy for me to throw together. It's fast. I don't have to think about it too much. I can just do it and be done, which is awesome, and it's delicious. And that is a taco salad. Very simple. I've been eating a lot of these lately, and I'm going to show you everything that I am going to put into it. It is perfect for tonight because we got soccer games and stuff to do, and I need something quick, easy, that everybody will like their own version of, at least. This is my plan of attack. I have those greens from my garden this morning. We're going to put that on the bottom. We're going to microwave and air fry a sweet potato for some starch. We are probably going to air fry a zucchini for some extra veggies. This is the protein meat selection of choice. I'm going to saute up those little onions and mushrooms with the chili peppers from my garden and the Morningstar Grillers Crumbler. There is some oil in that. It's very low in fat. Overall, only 2.5 grams in a serving, so I don't really mind it too much. Plus, I need a little bit of extra fat in my diet anyway, so that is this protein. And then these are the toppers. I got fresh salsa, guacamole, some of my tofu sour cream, pickled onions, pickled peppers, and that's probably going to be about it. Every taco salad is a little bit different, but mostly the same. This is how I'm going to make this one. I might throw a little corn in there. Depends on how I feel, how things are going. But the prep for this is going to be super easy because I'm making the potatoes the same way I always make the potatoes, microwave steaming, then air frying to be crisp, making the zucchini the same way I always make my zucchini, except I'm just going to season it with some like chili powder, cilantro, season like coriander, you know, things that are taco-y to make it more taco-y. It's really the salsa and the toppings that bring it all together, and having that meaty ground meat protein source that just makes it feel extra special. So quick, easy, let's go. Zucchini and sweet potato going into the microwave for 7 minutes. I'm doing it for such a long time because this is really full, and when it's really packed, you need more time for things to cook, obviously. I'm also pre-microwaving those to get them mostly cooked before I air fry them, because I feel like it improves the texture rather than just tossing it all right into the air fryer. They tend to kind of dry out by the time everything's cooked through how I like it to be. So if I steam it first, then it's mostly cooked and stays soft inside while it gets crispy on the outside, and it's just more delicious. Sweet potatoes and zucchini going into the air fryer. I just topped it with some black cumin and some chili powder, and we're gonna let this get nice and crispy. Got the mushrooms and the onion cooked up here, and I'm just gonna pour in a couple servings of those crumbles and let them cook. Everything is prepped. Now it's time to assemble, starting with my zucchini and my sweet potatoes going on there. A nice big serving of this vegan meat and mushrooms. Tofu sour cream. Now I could add all my toppings on here at once and make it super nice and pretty for you, but I like to mix my stuff. So I'm gonna mix this base, and then I'm gonna add the toppings that I want on top of that. Got my base properly mixed, and now I'm gonna add on my fun toppings. I've got pickled onion, pickled peppers, salsa, more salsa, and guacamole. I'm gonna top this with hot sauce, and that is gonna be my meal. So again, you can see how I'm adding tons of veggies in there. I bulked up that vegan meat with the veggies. I added veggies to my sweet potato. I put it on top of a bed of greens. Always lots of non-starchy veggies going into my meal. I've got a little bit of fat from that vegan meat. I've got some fat from my avocado, lots of protein, starches to keep me full. I got lots of bulk here to keep the calorie density on the lower side, and I have a delicious, tasty, wonderful taco salad to eat for dinner. I am ending this night with a bowl of creamy. This is my vanilla protein creamy from my Sam Cooks Creamy ebook, which is on sale for the rest of the summer because it's hot and we all need ice cream. So this is my vanilla creamy. I added a few strawberries into it to make it a strawberry, and I topped it off with a little bit of strawberry granola for a nice, delicious treat to end my night. And with that, I am closing the kitchen. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.